Welcome back, guys. Today, we got no plan. I got a few notes on a plate. We're just going to sit here and talk. We finished the Texas IPA Championship. The week after that, we did the brown bag special that I still feel to this day.
Nastiness.
That
shit leaking out.
I felt like just defiled after that. And I kind of calculated how much I had. It was like 16 ounces of like little shots, maybe 17. And I felt more grimy than I've ever felt.
Did you take a shower when it was done? I did.
I needed somebody to stick a hose up my ass and just like just rinse it out.
I could smell the cheap alcohol the next morning coming out my pores.
Oh, I don't think I got that.
I went home and drank 2 more because it was already in me.
And no need stopping, just keep.
I had another 80 ounces of malt liquor that night.
Good
cards on the table. YouTube.
We're gonna be honest here. Well, today we got good news because we just got back from Spidle Tap. It's Sean's birthday today, so we drove out to Spidle Tap. So happy birthday, Sean. Shout out to Spidle Tap. We got a couple of their new beers here. What do we got here? How do you say that?
Yakima Chief Hops.
Yeah, plus
that's
Spidle
the
Tap.
Idaho number 7.
Yeah, that's the Idaho number 7. Then we got the Steve Urkel Pilsner here, the Pilsner Urkel. And then I got this one right here at Whole Foods last night. It's a Gulf Coast IPA, which I've never heard about. And it's 2 breweries doing a combination that's Parrish out of, where is that out of Louisiana? You know?
Not far out of Lafayette.
And then we got Untitled Art. Now, I know we've had Untitled Art together. I don't know how much you've had of Untitled Art.
I don't think I've ever had
any of that. Untitled Art is kind of like the Bang of beers in the sense that they got to do zeroing in these flavors to the exact what they say.
What it's supposed to be.
Yeah. What did we have that one day at that meeting we had with Noe? It was
like French toast?
Yes, French toast or something.
Yeah.
Exactly like French toast. Everything I've had by them is like a perfect example of whatever it is. It's incredible.
It was a French toast IPA?
No, it was a stout.
A stout.
But everything that they make is just, I've never had a bad beer by them. It's and their cans are always like the artwork on their cans is always really incredible. So where do y'all want to start? I haven't had this one yet. We drank this one at the brewery. I have had this one. I had a sip of it last night.
Let's take care of one you haven't had yet.
The Urkel?
Yeah, the Urkel.
The Pilsner. So I believe if I remember right, it's 5%. Yeah, I guess you got a picture that you're gonna put. Yeah, it's 5%. So, cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
Oh, I got a Spidle Tap glass here.
Heavy hands, looks like.
Yeah. Man, this is some OG glass work here. I guess I'll just let y'all pour it.
What do I got here? I've got the Hop Solo glass, courtesy of No Label Brewing, and I'm assuming this probably came from the Flying Saucer Beer Emporium.
Yeah, most of my glasses come from the Flying Saucer.
All right.
Actually, everything on this table but that one. That is a Pilsner, and that's a good Pilsner.
I'll let you a little bit in.
Yeah, I'll probably get down on that. That's good stuff. I guess what is Miller Lite a Pilsner? You know, that was your old boy. Yeah, Miller Lite Pilsner. So this is they got some stiff competition.
Yeah, I think all your classic Bud Light, Miller Lite, Coors Light, those all fall into the Pilsner category. And
does it?
I believe so.
Honestly, I thought Coors Light was just Coors Light. Like it didn't really have a brand or like a.
I think it falls into the style of Pilsner.
It had no style.
Falls on the opposite.
Like this is just Coors.
Yeah. But if we're comparing all 3, this actually tastes like I'm drinking something and not just carbonated water.
This is actually really good. I like this. All right, so what do we want to get into first? Random topics here tonight. I got a few of them here. We got the new drop. We dropped some new shirts. They're 2 of my favorite shirts. They're great. So hop online, grab one.
Yep.
We got a drinking shirt and a lifting shirt.
Yep.
So we are legitimately this time kilos and ounces.
Yeah.
We
finally put it together.
Remember Dave was like, when y'all gonna put some lifting shirts out? And we're like, maybe we could do one.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got one of each now. So if you feel like you're drinking that night, throw on a drinking shirt. If you're going to lift, going to the Alpha League, or as we call it, the
crop
League.
it.
Yeah.
Make sure to crop it.
Well,
is that why they wouldn't let me in? My shirt wasn't cropped.
that's exactly what
We probably had sleeves on and it wasn't cropped.
Also, I think there was a mass problem. That front door, they couldn't get you through.
Well, I mean, I thought they were a little bit intimidated about my size, so Alpha League
was size discrimination.
give me a chance.
Through this place. All right, now let's go. Let's hit up some hard things here. tomorrow, I watch zero sports now, but tomorrow is the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And old man Tom Brady is throwing that pigskin.
Yep.
Who you got?
Anybody that knows me, I'm a huge Bucks fan. I've been a huge Bucks fan since
day one.
Day one. So, I mean.
So I actually have a funny story about this.
Okay.
I actually have been a big Bucks fan since day one. When I was growing up, I loved Pirates. Had all the Lego Pirates on. So when I saw the Buccaneers as a kid back when they were, what do they call them, the sherbet color, the orange ones or whatever, they had a completely different uniform. I loved them. As a kid, I was Cowboys, Bucks, and then I became a New Orleans Saints fan when I was out in New Orleans helping during Katrina. But I was a huge fan of them. So when they won their first Super Bowl, everybody was like, you jumping on the bandwagon. I was like, I honestly have been going for the Bucks as long as I can remember, just because I love Pirates.
Right.
So of course I'm going Bucks. And the older Tom Brady gets and the older I get, sitting at 36 right now, and he's in his 40s. I'm feeling like any given day I can go out in the yard and
you just
throw a
one,
cannon.
yeah. You can throw it over the fence.
Exactly. Or Uncle Rico, like, just give me an old VHS recorder and set it up back in the
Throw
backyard.
that stake over that mountain right there.
But yeah, John, who you got?
So we've got a Bucks. I'm also going to go with the Bucks. At this point, I don't see how you can go against number TB12, the GOAT, greatest of all time, Tom Brady. However, I also am a huge Patrick Mahomes fan because he is from Texas. So on one hand, I've got the Bucks. Had a layover one time in Tampa Bay, lovely city. Had a cup of coffee in the airport. Since that time, I've been a huge Bucks fan. Now, I also have to represent my boy Patrick Mahomes from White House, Texas. So, having said that, go Super Bowl.
Who's playing the halftime show this year? Do they have anybody? What was it last year? Was it J-Lo last year or something like that? I don't remember. Oh, man.
Dude, I ain't watching.
That's got to be a pretty quiet crowd that day. You just out there having band practice, I guess. And then it's pre-recorded. You might as well just play the album out there and be like, first 3 songs are our top hits on iTunes right now. Just check them out. You done.
Unpopular take, but I wish they'd just bring back the marching band. I mean, that just
okay,
15
so
minutes
let's get
of
this.
pointless
Who
marching
would be
around
your
the field.
ideal Super Bowl halftime show? Anybody ever? Let's even go back. Any band of all time can play the Super Bowl. Who you picking?
It's a tough question.
I can give a few off my head.
Fucking AC/DC.
AC/DC would be a good one. So this is...
Janet Jackson showed the other boob.
she could do another one.
Yeah.
I know this is one of those things where you're like, you're going to get a lot of flack for it, but I don't understand why I really don't understand why they never put Nickelback in there. Nickelback had like 3 hits a year, was like they were created in a lab somewhere.
fucking Canadians.
They were
I know,
awful
they had
manufactured,
other,
weren't
they
they?
had like U2 and other bands, they had the Who and shit. But I mean, they were putting out hits after hits after hits after hits. They were, seriously.
Who's gonna follow them, Creed?
Well, I've never been. I mean, I like Creed. Look at that. You're disappointing the painting man there. But I never could figure out why they didn't put them in. Because I'm like, these dudes are kicking out some hits. They play an easy rock that like most people aren't going to get offended by. And it's still moving. That's why I thought they were commercialized. This is one of the most commercialized bands of all time. But if I had to pick one photograph. Yeah, but I mean that's for real though. They got a lot of hits. If I had to pick a band though, I loved the ZZ Top one as a kid when they were rolling out all the hot rods. That was fucking cool. I remember that as a kid.
Dude, the documentary, what it was on Netflix or whatever?
Netflix doc.
Yeah, that was
good.
If y'all hadn't seen it yet, y'all got.
Hopefully it's still on Netflix and you can see it still. That was
maybe
great.
hour 15, hour 30. Not
Easy
long
watching
watch.
too.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a lot.
It
Like
was
you're
great.
eating dinner and you're like forgetting to eat.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So we got ZZ Top, AC/DC, and marching bag and flag twirling.
No. I didn't
Marching
think
band
because
and
ZZ
flag
Top's
twirling.
already gone.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Post Malone?
I'm not a big Posty fan.
No, not a fan.
He auto tunes everything. His farts probably come out auto
I
tune.
mean, he publicly says he
I like, and
auto-tunes
that's,
everything.
but see, I like him.
Yeah.
I like him
Yeah.
and 2 songs.
Lyrically
The dude's
very. I
hilarious.
think he's lyrically very creative.
I'm not taking away from that. I'm just not a big fan of the auto tune.
Kid ain't but like 25, 26 years old.
Well, I just won't pick a song or a band. I'll think of it as we go. Let's move on here. We'll go over the congratulations for the team last week for placing fourth. Our second.
Gold.
Well, Crescentia, I guess we've sponsored one of her teams, huh? Technically. But our first actual sponsorship.
A lot of stuff.
But our first actual sponsorship was Alex and Henry.
Yes, it was at the Hammer Chisel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I brought a complimentary Spindle Tap beer, like ones that were a limited run for after they finished. But our team this year I guess our first official like where they went out to Austin, kicked ass. It was a group of 4, 2 girls, 2 guys, no cup.
Came in fourth.
Killed it.
Yep.
They really did.
Now, I went out to try some yesterday and have a beer or two with Colin, and he was saying that they were the only one to finish.
I got a question for you now.
The workout that they came in first.
Oh, the last one.
They were the only one to finish, and if they would have been in the pro league, they would have ended up like 5th in that workout.
Damn.
Yeah,
they killed. Well,
yeah.
We saw the workout before that. I had to leave because we had to be back for work and everything. But yeah, I really wish we could have stayed. That was a beautiful. That Austin comp, that fittest experience, I think is what it's called. The fittest games or whatever. It's changed a few times, but the fittest experience. That dude puts on a comp. It's pretty good. Due to COVID, I found out they had to do a couple, like we were talking about, they had to do a couple at home. That's why there wasn't as many at the actual event. But the venue was awesome. The drive to Austin is always good. So,
Excellent drive.
Yeah. But I was going to ask you, did Colin have to open those beers up last Friday?
Yesterday? No. I mean, it was beers. So
yeah, you could crack them. Yeah.
They wasn't twist tops. I was
So-
able to pull on them.
Speaking of CrossFit, I know how you're a massive fan of CrossFit.
Huge. I'm probably a bigger fan of CrossFit than I am the Buccaneers.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Right on.
Huge.
Now,
Good.
I still keep up with CrossFit.
Okay.
I follow some on Instagram. They're good people. And seeing some people do some of these workouts that I 1 minute in, I'm on the floor and EMS is showing up. But Matt Frazier retired out of nowhere this week.
Mm-hmm.
That actually blew my mind because that dude is sitting very comfortable on top of that mountain right now. He is in a lazy boy on that mountain. He went out and dominated the last game so bad that they might as well just let him go drink beer and coffee on the sideline. Just watch the other guys compete for second.
Something obviously had to have happened that they,
It is interesting.
that.
Well, he gave a statement and it was like, he's worn out. I mean, that to be the number one, I would say, of anything, bodybuilding, I don't know how powerlifting and all that goes, but even Olympic lifting, I've kind of followed some of the Olympic lifters that are big. It's dedication. He was saying that he was not going to weddings. He wasn't going to anything. It was just, I'm not doing anything if it messes with my sleep. Not even just a training schedule, but it gets to a point with these guys where it's any little bit of edge they can get because they're so close, like seconds are so close in CrossFit that an hour of sleep, over a year can make a difference. And
That's
he was
what it takes
like,
to be number one.
yeah, but
That's
I
what
mean,
it takes.
that motherfucker must have been out sleeping everybody because he stomped the shit out of people.
So, someone that doesn't know a lot about CrossFit, Matt Frazier sounds like Tom Brady of CrossFit.
Yeah, well, the thing is he's more dominant than Tom Brady is. Because
So-
Tom Brady won't make it to the Super Bowl one year, or he'll lose
Yeah.
the Super Bowl one year. This dude went to the games twice and finished second, and then after that won first 5 years in a row.
Wow.
And it was like they were beat down. It's like just
Yeah.
he stopped in one event and looked around and was smiling, like he said it hit him that he was gonna win and he didn't need to do really anymore. So he just stopped out there and was just like soaking it in the middle of an event. It'd be like Muhammad Ali just going to stand in the corner and just like
Sports field dominance, Matt Frazier, Tom Brady, Big John.
Big John.
All cut from the same cloth.
BJ.
All cut from the same cloth.
Exactly. You want to crack another
Yeah, let's
beer?
crack another one. I'm getting thirsty over there.
Yeah.
You want to go over to the sponsor?
Once again, we can let you. Are you wanting to go to the sponsor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we might as well. It's transitional period.
Yeah. While you're grabbing it though, once again, one of the best pilsners.
Mm.
I think maybe the best. I used to drink Pilsner Urquell. That was one of my favorite beers when I first started getting into the craft beer world because it was craft beer, but it was a pilsner, so it wasn't that like, oh god, and I loved it. I gotta tell you, and this we know Sean, but
Right.
I'll be honest. This
That's a good
fucking beer
pilsner.
sucked,
Yeah.
but this is a very good pilsner.
And what is that, 5%?
Yeah, it's 5%.
And you could, that's a very drinkable beer. You could probably have a 6-pack of those tall boys, and over mowing the lawn, that's not going to be too bad. Unlike a lot of craft beers, where if you had a 6-pack of that, it's going to put you in a different spot.
So this week's sponsor is brought to you by Pringles.
Been waiting on them.
Today we have the wavy Applewood smoked cheddar. This is a new one for me. Have you had this one
I
yet?
haven't. It's a new one. I saw
You
it.
ready to
I saw
try
it in HEB, and I was hoping that it was coming down the pipe.
Once again, go to the mailbox. There they all sitting there. Go ahead, try one.
Or even the wavy edition.
Come on, BBJ.
Oh yeah. There's a reason why they're sponsoring this. Two awesome outfits getting together, conquering the world. That's a great chip.
Wow.
That's a good chip.
Yeah, just leave those open. Those are gonna get finished.
Pringles, the Tom Brady of chips.
All right.
Keep
So
up the
this
good
is
work,
Spidle Tap.
Pringles. Keep up the good work.
So you have any information on Paris? You were saying your brother-in-law has to make a pit stop there.
Yeah, so my oldest brother-in-law, Tommy, lives not far from the Parish Brewery. So when my other brother-in-law from Abita Springs, who loves craft beer and all this other BS, every time he goes to the other brother-in-law's house, they gotta go to Parish Brewery so they could. He buys all kind of beer and bring it back home, which my sister Shelley really loves that. So
That's not a bad family. You got two guys that are into craft beer. I mean, you are kind of. I mean, I wouldn't say you're like a beer snob, but you can drink some craft beer.
Tommy, every time I go back home, Tommy wants me to get Chuck's old beer, the Devil's Backbone. Yeah,
Chuck,
Tommy
Chuck's
loves the
only
Devil's
downfall.
Backbone. But Tommy has the gout real bad, and he's found that the Devil's Backbone does not mess with his gout.
Oh, well then.
So yeah, that's one of that in the Coors Original. He'll enjoy
So he
Coors
drinks the-
Original with my old
We used
man.
to call that the Easter egg beer.
Yeah.
I would call up my buddy Noah and be like, "Hey man, bring an Easter egg basket because it's pastel." So I'm sure that's got more nicknames than any other beer on this planet. All right, going through topics here. Let's have a fun one here. We kind of were talking about it. BCAAs or pre-workout. Since we work out, this is kilos and then ounces. If you had to choose one, which I don't even think you take pre-workout, do you?
Sometimes.
But so let's say you had to have one. This is something you have to have. The other one's gone forever. Which one do you keep? BCAAs or pre-workout?
Pre-workout.
Okay. You're more the ounces of this crew right now.
Guys, I haven't really had to take pre-workout in years. I'm naturally blessed with this physique.
Yes.
So I don't really have a dog in this fight. I don't even know what macaws are. But back in the day, I was quite the pre-workout fan of, I believe it was called White Flood.
The Flood.
The Flood, the White Flood.
Also known as White
It
Flood.
said to take 2 small scoops. I took 4 scoops.
That
Heaping scoops.
I think I have a memory that popped up on Facebook the other day that was like, just drank White Flood and I'm out here in the street lifting cars. You felt like you could rip a car in half. That shit's illegal
I believe
now.
they changed the formula, but
I believe they had to change their name after
I'm
that.
exaggerating a bit on the 4 scoops, but I would take 2 heaping scoops, and I was a fan of the jittery, skin tingling, eye tingling. I'm going to work out for
Forehead
3.5
scratching.
forehead scratching.
Yeah.
And
You guys
I
want to
just-
go rob a bank?
Yes. Where if you timed your pre-workout wrong on the drive home from work, you're sitting in traffic just doing this number. Jerky and angry.
You get out and push your car home.
Exactly, like
just
I'm-
running out of gas, bro. Nah, man.
I'm picking up the car, running through traffic like gotta get to the gym.
All right, yeah, I'm taking pre-workout. I think BCAAs are bullshit.
They got a bunch of studies that came out that.
They've been looking more into it, but dude, if you're eating right,
Yeah.
like Just take the pre. I'm taking pre if I had to take one.
The only time I could see any somewhat beneficials of aminos if you want to do like some fasted cardio first thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
While you're doing your cardio, be sipping on your BCAAs because I mean at that point.
But you could be sipping on your pre-workout at that point.
On an empty stomach, yeah.
Get that power on,
yeah. But
let's go ahead and get the elevation on this thing up a little bit.
get the speed going.
Yeah.
Well, coming from someone who doesn't have to take either one, why not take both?
I've been there. I used to actually mix. They tell you to mix them sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to actually mix them when BCAAs first come out. They swindled me like a snake oil salesman. They're like, oh, this is.
You went to GNC and talked to that fucker behind the counter?
I didn't talk to that dude. But
You mean
get on
like
the
you
internet,
totally need this, bro?
well, you get on the internet and you read and you're like, all right, like okay, it made sense, but now I'm just like, I'll just eat it.
You're not gonna get engaged without the PCAAs.
That's exactly what I read. Now, all right,
She's
so
taking it right now in this conversation.
we got that one out of the way. Where else do we got here? Do y'all have anything I want to talk about? Because I got two more here, and then we'll end it out. Well, actually, we still got one more beer, but so let's get. How do you like this beer?
That's a good beer.
Untitled Art, like I said, has never made a bad one. Parrish has Ghost in the Machine, which is a staple for hazy IPAs. Absolute
One of the best.
staple. Big, nice looking skull on the can. Well, for sure on the
top, huh?
yeah, but for sure on the what do you call those? Like the tap, but the pool things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what those are called. That's the best thing in any bar is those. Like when there's a dude that I watched that collects those things. And he had like a million of them. That'd be something if I became.
Is
a
it just
millionaire,
called the
I'd buy
handle, or is it something fancier than
the
that?
tap.
The
We'll go
tap?
with tap.
We'll go with the tap?
Tap handle.
Tap handle?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, tap handle.
Wait.
Dave, what that's called? Comment below.
Dave.
Beer lever.
Yeah, I like that. The beer lever. That's what.
That's a
all right.
fancy beer lever you got right there.
Yeah, that's a fancy.
That's a good looking level you got there, son.
Yeah. Good beer though. Really like the can.
That is
I don't think
definitely
I've ever had
Parrish.
a bad Parrish.
Fuck 'em. That is definitely Parrish though.
Once again,
I can
it's Mardi
taste
Gras
it.
color. And it got
I got some
psychedelic to it.
Is that a Louisiana thing? Them Louisiana folks that love the Mardi Gras colors?
That actually looks
Well,
like a
make
king
a
cake.
lot of money,
It does.
It looked like a king cake.
Yeah.
which I saw in the store the other day. It's definitely that time of year.
Man, he been serving them some bitches since January 1st, I believe.
So, any topics y'all want to go over before I go into our last year?
What So you did a PR a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So you reset all your figures. You're on your next training cycle now.
Yep.
Yeah.
All done in here.
Mm-hmm.
Following the Me program.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
The first one didn't work, so you're taking it on yourself to do another cycle.
yeah, no kidding. Yeah, squats. So I had 2 goals to hit a big squat PR, lifetime squat PR, which I never thought I was going to squat again. For those that really know me, I thought I used to put 135 on my back, and it was done. So when I was able to get into the like 225 with reps I did with you a couple times, felt good, and it just was like, okay, like I'm happy here. I was just happy to be squatting. Started adding, and then I started getting into the threes, and then I hit 385 this year. My goal was to hit 375 once I realized I was getting into some stuff, and then a couple of new gym buddies that I met out there at Alpha League, they were like, "You got 2 more pounds in you, bro." I
Get it, bro.
It was the last 10 pounds I had because I got stuck, but came roaring up, hit that. Then I hit 440 on the dead, which I think I got another 10 pounds in me. After watching the video with you, I saw the bar speed with you. You made the comment that the bar speed was good, so just a little bit of the speed wobbles, but that's just, I think, from just the pulling power.
Yeah.
But this year, I mean, I want to hit 405 back squat. I think that 4-plate back squat is legit. To say you can hit 405 on that is pretty legit. Deadlifts, I mean, if you're looking at percentage-wise, I think you're supposed to be able to squat squat 80% or 85% of whatever you're deadlifting, something like that. I got it wrote down somewhere. but I think that's like a 465 dead and a 405 squat, which is I've always been more of not necessarily like one big number, but like what's my average of everything?
Right.
Am I well rounded? I've never wanted to be a specialist because I'm a CrossFitter or ex-CrossFitter. I wanted to be well rounded. So yeah, I went, but I've started over. Sets of 10 on the squats right now, which I've been told is probably not the smartest thing, but I like the volume.
That's how you get big legs.
Well, with me, so here's my explanation of my
Shake your head, John.
my dumb head. 10 reps at 5 at a moderate weight is pretty easy. 6 through 10 is the mental challenge. It's a mental just grinding.
Burning.
8, 9, and 10 is excruciating. Your legs want to give out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not heavy enough to where I feel with me
That you're taxed.
that my form is going to suffer. So my form is able to, I can breathe through. You have to breathe through each rep, otherwise you're going to pass out.
Mm-hmm.
So the form is there, and so I'm just reinforcing form so my back's not, beat up. Reinforcement. So I'm going to do a couple weeks of 10 here, and then I'm going to go to 8s, and then we're going to go to 6, 4, 2, and then we'll start getting into a heavy single with, let's do 3 reps at 85%, 5 reps at 85%. I'll get into that later. But right now it's kind of a, we're in a different path.
Building the cardio.
I guess. CrossFitting.
Now since you're doing the squat and dead, we get you on that bench press, we put you in a powerlifting. I mean, we could get a suit.
It really.
Suit you up, get you in the bench.
I'd like to get into bench, but I can bench. Like I don't have I think what is it, 225 people are like, oh, that's like you gotta at least be able to, what do I got here? What every man should be able to lift. So we're gonna get into that. What are your staples on what age? I have mine. I have an actual list of what men, we can take the percentage. Grown ass men. I can go, I think the percentage is 80%, 75% for women in the CrossFit world or something like that. Of that, it would be what every woman can lift. But what are your lifts that every man should be able to lift? I've got 4 of them, I believe.
You talking about lifts or exercises somebody should be able to perform?
Lifts. You want me to go over them? I'll go over them and then you can tell me where I'm at.
Okay.
So, every man should be able to strict press 135, 1 plate.
Mm-hmm.
Should be able to bench press 225, 2 plates. Should be able to squat 3 plates, 315, and should be able to deadlift 4 plates, 405. Each one of those should be achieved. You should be able to, I'm not saying that that's light or whatever. I'm saying that's the bare minimum. You should be able to have all of those at those points.
So
you can be able to lift them numerous times.
now just remember, you got some people that only weigh 160 pounds.
Agreed.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a full thing.
Okay.
There's percentages on it.
All
If
right.
you weigh,
All right.
I used to weigh 155 pounds in my senior year. It took a lot of eating and a lot of, just to get to 200.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously. But if we're just talking in general, those are my staples.
Let's say an average 185 to 200 pound guy. Average gym goer, been doing it for, let's say, 5 years.
If you're doing it in 5 years and you're the average gym goer and you're not doing that, I think you're slacking in some form or fashion. That's my opinion. Those are my staples. If I'm not holding them from my 200-pound body, if I'm not able to do one of those, we got problems. I'm sitting at home eating too many Twinkies or something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
But every grown ass man should be able to do a strict fucking pull up and a goddamn dip without moving your fucking feet. So I'll leave it like that.
No kipping, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
John, what are your weight staples here?
So, what is every workout a grown man should be able to do? Forget about squats, forget about deadlift. That's for losers. Chest and arms. Monday through Sunday, chest and arms. I don't care if you can't even pick up the newspaper, so long as you can bench 425 pounds. No rest days. I don't care if you can squat Okay, I can't even squat the bar. Who cares? No one cares about that. All we care about is chest and arms. Can you bench press 425 pounds and do your arms have a 25-inch diameter? That's all that matters.
That's your ounces speaking.
Every day is arm day.
Every day is arm day. Every day is arm day.
Biggest arm.
Every day is arm day. And Bud's close, but he's still doing it wrong. Because you still do squat.
I'm fucking up.
You are.
You're wasting time. You could be setting records, but
Guys, balance is a key to not having maximum arm gains. Bud should be focusing his workout powers to make his arms
Just straight up on.
Tracy's twice
Straight
as
up
big.
on.
Just ridiculously big. Doesn't matter if you can't run away from a fire or an attacker. If you've got monster arms, he's not going to mess with you anyway.
Just one
It's
solid
logic,
punch.
guys.
Yeah,
Logic.
Why do you need
guys.
to be able to? Why do you need to be able to fight off an attacker who just punch a hole through their
Exactly.
chest?
When you can throw a punch at him and the shockwave through the air will knock him back 50 feet.
Oh, do it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Don't make a
Hadouken.
noise,
Yeah, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, when you turn into a Street Fighter character.
Yeah.
So there you
That's all
go,
that
guys.
matters.
That's my take on every exercise a man should be able to do.
I'm for
Chest
it.
Yeah.
and arms. Just absolute monster arms.
I think we're all in agreement with that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad everybody understands.
So, out of these 3 beers right now, what you feeling? I like that Pilsner. That's if I had to dig into any of those beers and compare them to other beers of like style, that Pilsner is killing it.
For a Pilsner, that is
Yeah.
a good beer.
It's not so foreign from a Bud Light or a Coors or a Miller, but it actually has taste to it. It's got some depth, body. It's got flavor.
It's completely foreign from it.
You can kind of taste. You can taste the hint of
Crack a
He's
Coors Light
trying to
open.
sell.
Oh,
he's
you
trying
want
to
to crack a
sell
Coors Light
Coors
open
Light.
and compare here, Alfred?
You can taste the hint. You can taste it's the same style of beer.
I think it's got a lot of flavor. It's
It
good.
does. It's great.
Man, it looks like Bud's got 2 of them right there.
Well, y'all pussyfooting around.
Yeah, I'm still here drinking
The haze.
the round 7.
Yeah.
Round 7.
Man, that's got smells like
Idaho hops. Yep.
That's number 7, number 8, or number 9.
That's number 7. You can really tell the subtleties between number 6 and the number 7.
Okay.
Number 7's a whole lot earthier.
Okay.
I'm gonna pose another question here.
Good.
Should we do a Four Loko tester week? When I was driving up to Austin to see that comp team, we stopped at a convenience store, and I swear to God, they had like 3. This was a very nice place by me. 3, I don't know what you would call it, like refrigerator, like blocks, but you know, obviously they wrap around. 3 little blocks dedicated to like the iced teas, the seltzers, the malt liquors. This place had everything you can imagine, like a Toys R Us style of these different.
Do they have clean restaurants?
They did. That's what I'm saying. This place was actually nice. I was a little confused
I don't know
by
about
it.
this place.
I'm trying to think. Does it?
I was a little confused by
We got
it.
a little beaver.
No, it actually no.
Okay, what,
So
beaver
it wasn't
place?
even a beaver place.
Okay.
I was actually blown away by the amount of just like
Four Locos or
and
seltzer.
they
right?
had like 40-ounce like Coors, like, you know, the shit that you normally don't see. Just like novelty items in there.
Okay.
You're like, oh, they're just hoping some bum walks
So
in
this
here
is the
and
total
grabs this
line of cheap gas
shit. Yeah,
stations.
I was actually
Okay.
really impressed.
Okay.
Then they actually had a good IPA and different things selection. So they just had everything in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they had like 4 to 6 or so Four Locos. And I was like, do we do that? Do we taste those? Do we venture into that?
So
That may be the best episode we've ever done. I don't care what the people think. That episode, I actually watched back and really laughed at just the shenanigans that went on in it. Brown bag special episode, by the way.
Guess
So do we have enough around here that we could grab?
I mean, I
4 or
could easily
5.
go around and find them. Yeah, I can go around and find. I would make sure we got like a good 4 to
Yeah.
find. If you could find 6 of them, obviously we would just be doing shots of these things.
Yeah.
And that gold, I'm gonna bring it back just to have it in the video. But we know what's up. That's the worst liquid ever created on the planet. I have a feeling like you could probably drink antifreeze and be like, yeah, that's all right.
It was almost
over
like
that.
you took a Red Bull and dumped a bunch of syrup into it.
It's a
It's
fucking
a
joke.
nasty fucking Red Bull.
It's
Why
a
horrible?
practical joke of alcohol. So if any person on this entire planet was to play a practical joke on you, they make a liquor that smells good or a beer that smells just like Red Bull. We all have Red Bull. Everybody will drink a Red Bull. Like, I'll drink a Red Bull. Sure. And then they put just the flavor of a fucking skunk's ass in it. Just hits you right in the fucking palate. That's the most disappointed I've ever been in a flavor of anything I've ever tasted.
The ingredients that went into that cocktail is the bottom of the barrel they could get from anywhere else.
So
Truly one of the worst
R&D
alcohols I've ever
group
consumed.
was like, hey man, so we're working with the best smell we can come up with, but we ran out of money. Like we ran out of money.
This is the best we got.
Yeah. Like, hey, we've been working on this shit for about a week, and this is what we got. This is horrible. But do we do it? Do we do the Four Loko?
Fuck, I ain't got nothing else to do.
I like it. I want to do it, even though I felt disgusting after the brown bag special challenge. Ugh. But I would not mind doing it. I think it's funny.
Mm-hmm. What a good thing is, so when I have a rough weekend, always get on that stag climber
Oh, yeah.
and just sweat all that out. So it really don't matter to me.
Well,
So
I'm
I'll
not
sweat
drinking
it out.
enough to have to sweat that out, because that shit's horrible. But
I'll sweat
Yeah.
it out.
I mean, if y'all want to do the Four Loko challenge, and I sit here and just be the ringmaster.
Now, what is the Four
no,
Loko challenge?
I think the Four
no.
Loko challenge back in the day was you had to like pound 4 in an hour.
No,
or some
fuck
shit
no.
like that.
No.
I'm for. Hey, everybody in the comment section, say yes or no to these two doing the Four Loko challenge.
Notice he said these two.
Yeah,
These
you
two.
two. Oh man, dude.
Don't worry, I'll sweat it out. I'll sweat it out.
Yeah, you gave that big ass
Alright.
spiel. Oh, man,
So
this
y'all
is
have some
perfect.
research to do. What exactly is the Four Loko challenge?
I think it is. I think it was 4 in an hour. Cause yeah, that was back when they made the heart stop.
Chris, you would have to be loco to do that. See what I did there?
Yeah,
I do.
I saw you
And-
look at the camera so I
Well, I guess that's where the 4 comes from. All right, so we can either end this or go down a rabbit hole, but I think we can let do everything, huh?
We can wrap it up, huh?
Yeah, we can save this topic for another
We can
day.
save that
Yeah,
one for
that's
another
a
time.
huge fucking topic.
Yeah,
Because I don't think they lift. They
No,
don't do
no,
chest.
they
I know
don't.
that much.
they mentally live.
They
We'll
mentally-
say we got a topic on here. We'll save it for another time.
Yeah.
Another rando. By the way, John Boy, you're a fan favorite.
Apparently so. I mean, I
People like
I
seeing your
understand
face.
why. I know they like seeing my face.
Yeah.
I like to see it too. Every morning.
Every
Wake up.
morning, no cup of coffee,
No cup
just
of coffee.
just
I
John
bet
Boy.
you just stand there brushing your teeth in the mirror, just butt ass naked, just
How many people want to
Buzz,
be
grin,
good
ear
Lord.
to ear.
Yeah, just
Ear to ear.
Well,
ladies who's single, comment below.
comment below. Man, I'm out of.
All right. Well, I guess we'll
Wow.
cheers. Do we have any of the Idaho 7? No, we don't.
Here, right there.
There we go.
I'll drink my my Bang. Bang! Shout out to Bang, fucking sponsor us.
We're not here.
Bang and turn.
Nah, I'm good.
Good.
I gotta work early in the morning.
Cheers.
But cheers, gentlemen.
All right.